everyone, it's Charisse Rome-Nolson, one of the Diamond Coaches on Team Perseverance, and I'm here to give you this week's tip from the trenches. This week I'd like to talk about what you do when you're not feeling motivated and when you're feeling like you're in a slump, or if you're having a hard time just getting started. Whether you're a brand new coach or you've been doing this a while, or whether you're on your way to be a superstar diamond, we all have these weeks or even months where we just feel a little bit like we're dragging and it's hard to get our butts into gear. So I'd like to share with you what I do whenever I have these kinds of times. There's basically 3 tips that I have to get motivated when things are tough. The first thing is to exercise. That should be obvious, but we always feel better when we do our workouts, right? We have the endorphin release. It just makes us feel energized and it makes us feel more positive. So if you're in a rut, don't skip your workout. Don't skip your workout to give yourself time to work the business. That doesn't make sense. Always get your workout done no matter what. And of course, drink your Shakeology. Number 2 is to create a couple of tasks on a to-do list that you can easily and quickly scratch off first thing in the morning. So for me, when I'm having a hard time, what I do is I tell myself as soon as I wake up, before I do almost anything, before I have coffee, before I have Shakeology, I go to the computer, I look on my list, and I have 2 names selected that I'm going to invite that day to our challenge group. And I quickly fire off 2 messages on Facebook to those people, just saying, "Hi, how are you? It's so great to see you. Love seeing pictures of your family on Facebook. I was just wondering, you may have seen my posts about challenge groups and everything that I've been involved with as far as health and fitness. Do you have any interest in learning more about the challenge groups that I do every month?" Boom, that's it. Press send. That takes 5 seconds to type. So if you have your 2 people, that's 10 seconds in total that you've spent sending out 2 invites to the challenge group. Then I quickly pick 2 people that I'm going to do the same thing for the very next morning. And it feels so great to scratch off 2 invites before I've even done anything else for the day. It really makes you feel empowered. And of course, it's always nice when you start coming home from work or coming home from taking care of the kids to see some messages from people actually responding to you. That kind of builds the excitement for you. So that is my number 2 tip. Have 2 people that you quickly invite with a 2 to 3 sentence invite first thing in the morning, and it will feel so good to know that you got that done. The third thing that I suggest is to do personal development. And I know that you all hear us talk about personal development all the time. Maybe it doesn't mean much to you. I did personal development in the beginning when I became a coach without it really meaning a lot to me, but I did it because I knew that I should. And the more I did it, the more it grew on me and the more important it became to me. And the same thing will happen to you. You should make sure that just for 10 minutes, only 10 minutes in the day, you do some personal development that is relevant to what you're going through at this time. So just because you may be in the middle of reading The Compound Effect, and just because you know that we've all highly recommended this book so much, if that is not helping you and speaking to you at this time, put it aside and find a book that will work for you. For instance, I was reading a John Maxwell book a couple of months ago, and there were a lot of challenges that I was dealing with, and I realized, you know what, this isn't the perfect book for me at the time. So I took out the book from the library, Failing Forward by John Maxwell. And Failing Forward was much more applicable to where I was at that moment. I needed to learn and focus on how making mistakes, because that's what I was doing, could actually help me move forward in the business. So I put my other book down and picked something that would actually help me. If you're not much of a reader, or if you don't have time to grab a book, spend 2 minutes on YouTube and search for somebody who makes you feel good. Maybe you like the Eric Thomas hip-hop preacher videos that Dave always shares. Look him up. Just listen to one of those videos for 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe you're a fan of Shailene Johnson and you love Pio. Look up one of her videos. Listen to that for 5 or 10 minutes. It will change your mindset. And if you do it every day, those positive messages will creep into your head and take over your body, and pretty soon you'll be feeling better and more motivated. So again, my 3 tips when you're in a slump or not feeling motivated are, first, to work out and make sure you exercise first and foremost, because that is good for both your physical and mental health. The second thing is to quickly, first thing in the morning, before you do anything else, go to your computer and invite 2 people with a very, very quick invite to the challenge group. Do it before you've even had time to think. 2 quick invites, and then pick 2 people, put them on a list so you can invite them the next morning and then cross them off. It feels so good to cross those things off a list. It helps make you feel productive and motivated. And the third thing is to make sure you're spending 10 minutes, even 5 if that's all you have, on personal development. And make sure that the personal development is right for what you're going through at the time. Don't just read a book to say you're doing personal development. Make sure it fits for you. And if you need suggestions for personal development books, ask any of the diamonds on the team. We've all read a ton of these books by now. We're happy to make a recommendation that's specific for your situation. So that's it. Have a great week. Be motivated, and I look forward to seeing you all in the coaches group this week. Bye-bye.